Well, hello, my many friends. Welcome back to the Skunky Junk channel. I'm Sean Young, your chief skunk. We're here today with another, not a live sale, but another viewing of items that will be for sale on the skunkyjunk.com website. We really would invite you and implore you and ask you and beg you to come to the skunkyjunk.com website. And there, our blog is there, and that's just our basic website. And it has a shop where all of today's items will be for sale. So we hope that if you see anything today in this video that's of interest to you, or that you are excited about, we hope that you'll go there and you can purchase the item there. Our website is run by Squarespace, so it's a safe place to do business. Lots of companies run their websites through Squarespace, so should be a safe place for you to do business with us. And we're excited. This week's sale is a picture this sale, so lots of photo and photo related items for sale today. So we're just going to get started. I'm just super excited to show you some of the items that we have today. Some of the very oldest items that I have in this house will be for sale, in fact, in today's sale. So we're going to start with some photographs. These are CDVs. There you go. And this is a set of 5. These are all, they're in plastic, so hopefully you can see that without the glare. But these are 5 fellows with really great hairy faces. So this is the hair face set. There's 5 of these. They're in good shape. They all, except for one, have a stamp on the back. And I know that some people collect by state where these were taken and that kind of thing. So you can look on the website and it'll show you a photo of the back where if you want to review those more carefully. These are CDVs in good shape. None of them have bends or folds or tears or anything like that. Good shape. 5 beardos, bearded fellows. We have 2 photos. These go together. They are a set. They are promotional celebrity photos. This one of Poncho and Loco, and then this one of the Cisco Kid and his horse Diablo. So these were promotional black and white photos sent out in the 50s. The signatures are not wet signatures. Those were printed on the photo. And so these were somewhat mass produced, not to the volume that we would think of mass producing today. These were in a scrapbook, so you can see the back. They have, the remnants of glue on the back where they were in somebody's scrapbook, but they were being in the scrapbook kept them nice and flat and in good shape. So those are 2 fun items that are also available on the skunkyjunk.com website. We have some black and white snapshots. So I made a few little sets of black and white snapshots. I have been collecting these and I'm in love with old photographs. So this is a thing for me now. This first set is a set of 10, and this is of ladies in pretty ladies. So ladies with various, I love the dresses and some of the things that they're wearing. So this is the pretty lady set. This one happens to be Fanny's mom. So just some lovely ladies. Again, it's a set of 10. These are snapshots, black and white, of older ladies. And I love some of the vintage dress and things that you can see in the homes here. I love this lady with her piano and that kind of thing. So if you want to look at these more closely, there are, whoops, I dropped one. This one has just a little tear in it, but those beautiful old ladies with their purses. So that's the pretty old lady set, and those are available on the website. I'm just going to pick that up so I don't lose it. There's another set, a separate set. These are also available on the skunkyjunk.com website. This is a set of 10, and these are loving couples. So this is an older one, sepia toned. I love this old couple. They just look so sweet. This one has a fold down the side, and it's somewhat silvered, but it's a really, really cool old photograph of this couple. I love these guys. That's to Aunt Mart, 1962. So this one's not quite as old as the first two in the set. Here's a cool old couple in front of a really neat old building. I love photos that have buildings, cars, pets, all of those kinds of things. Here they are on some steps. I love this one out on the street corner. I wonder if these are in their church clothes, or, I mean, he's wearing a tux, so it's almost more formal than that. This is a fun one. There's this one, two more. I love this beautiful old picture. This is on more like, it feels more like paper, thick paper. It's older, an older photograph. This is Fanny's mom and dad. Whoever Fanny is, dear, dear Fanny. And there's Grandpa and Grandma Renner or something. Anyway, they look like friendly old grandfolks. Anyway, that's a set of 10 photographs of loving couples. I love using these old photographs in displays and that kind of thing, especially couples. They make great displays at Valentine's Day. This next set, this third set, this is the final set of photographs of this type of photographs, snapshots. These are all bathing beauties. So these are pictures of people in old swimsuits. I think this one's my favorite of the bunch. Look at those old swimsuits, the full body swimsuits. That's just a really, really great one. And a whole group here with their swimsuits. These are really fun for display in the summertime. If you happen to run an antique booth, these make really, really great pieces to prop up in, various vignettes and things that you put up in your booths seasonally. Anyway, bathing beauties, there's that set. That's a really, really fun one. Okay, now we've got some more CDVs, cartes de visite. This one is a set of 4, and it's 4 beautiful, beautiful ladies. And these, what I love about these is their clothing, the things that they're wearing. Look at the dress on that lady. Is that amazing? So CDVs are likely late 1800s, could be into the early 1900s. There's really cool hair and really cool clothing on these 4 ladies. So the backs of these, again, have the marks showing where they were. This one has some beautiful, beautiful old writing on the back. It's not stamped, but it has that beautiful writing. I cannot read it. I would believe it to be in another language. And then this one also does not have a stamp. Well, it has a small, what happened? Small stamp in the center, but some beautiful writing on that one as well. And this one I happened to look up. This was, this lady lived from May of 1802 to October of 1872. That's when she passed. She lived in Amherst, Massachusetts, and her name is Naomi. So I love with these old photographs, if they're marked on the back, to be able to look them up and find out more information about them. So that's a really great set of 4 beautifully dressed CDV ladies. All right, here's a really fun one, you guys. This is called an ambrotype. And an ambrotype, later 1800s, so this is one of the oldest pieces, one of 2, I'm not sure which is older. In theory, the ambrotype would be a little bit newer than the daguerreotype, which is going to be coming up. But an ambrotype is printed on glass, so you can see that beautiful lady there. Her visage was preserved on glass here inside of this case. We'll start with the case. The case is in really, really nice shape which is rare. Oftentimes the hinges are broken or the clasp is broken. This has some sort of, it doesn't have an outside clasp, but it just clicks together. So it's in really great shape. I kind of believe, let's show you the outside. It almost looks like somebody at some point painted this because it's just too perfect to be that old and that perfect in black. So I kind of think that maybe somebody painted the outside, but the inside has the beautiful original velvet, has the glass photograph of that beautiful lady, and then the foil around that. Now, this photograph, it's hard to see it on the screen, but she almost looks like a ghost. She's on glass and you can see through her. And you can see the crackling of the black in the back, and then she's on the glass, and then there's another piece of glass over the top of that to protect her. She is, so this is a beautiful, beautiful old piece, and I'm in love with that. So that's called an ambrotype. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order, and I'm gonna show you the daguerreotype. Now the daguerreotype is on copper that's silvered, says silver over the copper. And I believe, I am not a photography expert, so I'm gonna give you the best that I know. This is in a wooden case, a beautiful little wooden case. It has not been repainted like that other might have been, so it has a bit of wear on it. It has a little clasp on the side, and the clasp is in perfect shape. Now, as you open this, what you're going to find is that, unfortunately, the case has separated. So it's two pieces. They do stay together nicely and they both look nice, but they are not connected. So what they did when they made these is it was basically like really thin cloth or paper, and that was all that held this. Well, as it opened and closed a million times over the years, it has separated. So this is not in perfect shape because it is separated, and it should not be. The inside of the cover has the beautiful velvet, which is in a lovely, lovely shape. And then here's this handsome fellow. Whoop, why can't I not get it in the camera? This handsome fella is printed on metal. So his picture is really, really in good shape. You have good detail here, and it looks really, really nice. It's not been faded, not silvered. It's beautiful. So you're going to want to keep that not in the sun, not display it in a way that it's exposed to the sun, because that'll ruin these old, beautiful old daguerreotypes. But daguerreotypes appeared before ambrotypes. So in theory, this is the oldest piece, but there was some overlap. And since I don't know exactly the year that these were made, I can't say that for sure. But I would say that this was probably mid 1800s, 1860s, somewhere in there. So really, really, really cool old piece. That would be easy to call an antique because it's very much older than 100 years old. So let's see, we've got another really cool piece. These were part of their Keystone View Company slides. These are two glass slides. And so they're glass photographs. And what happened, what these were used for is that you would stick them into this lantern, and the lantern would project the picture up onto the wall. Now, if you look these up, it's so cool because these were even made before electricity. They overlapped, so some of them are electric, but some of them were pre-electric. And so the light inside of here would have been a little, like a gas lantern light inside of the tin lantern. And then you would put the slide down in there, and it would project the picture up onto the wall. Now, it's going to be really hard for you to be able to see what these look like. I'm going to hold them up in front of a white paper and see if that helps. Mostly you're getting a reflection of me. This one is of, let's read it. It says, steam shovel at work, iron ore mine in the Mesabi Range, Minnesota. So if you look closely, there's a train here carrying ore. There's a steam shovel that's shoveling that ore into the train. They come with the original little cards that explained what each one was. And, oh, I just showed you the wrong card, but that card goes to this one, which is the second. This is a set of 2. You will get both of these glass photographs, or photograph slides. So, oh boy, that one's hard to see. It's a man leaning over in a stream, and he is he's putting trout into the creek. So that's the man there. He's bent over. He's holding here a net that has little trout in it, and he's feeding the stream in Pennsylvania. So you get those 2 beautiful glass, really, really cool items. Look these up sometime. Again, it's Keystone View Company. Maybe you pause the video now and go onto another tab and search that, because they're really, really, really interesting and cool. A really, really neat thing. Someday I'd like to find one of the lanterns so that I can project some of these. I have a few more of those. Anyway, just super cool piece of history. So these were before movies. So these were moving movies. So people would gather around in a home and show these slides and read the cards, and a great evening of entertainment could be had by all. So that's that. 2 glass Keystone View Company photographs on glass. Again, if you are interested in purchasing any of these items, which I would love that, please go to our website, skunkyjunk.com, and they are for sale there. All right, we talked about the daguerreotype. We're going to jump to this one. This is a really cool one. Excuse me. This is an old photo album. Its cover is hard, but not like really hard. It's kind of cardboardy. And then it's tied together with string. That's how it was put together originally. It has rivets. Inside, I'm going to be careful because some of these are a little loose. It has 45 photographs. They're all really neat. I'm going to go ahead and show each page here in this video. When you go to the website to purchase, it doesn't show every single page. So here in the video will be the only place where you can see all these photographs. But you can see really cool old family pictures, really neat dress, old houses, little kids. I love when they include little kids. There are, some of the pictures have been removed, but in total there are 45 photographs included in the book. Love that one. This one doesn't have any writing in it, so there's no explanation of what any of these are. I love this one where they're on some sort of a railroad track, and then this one where there's the old car in the background. Old cars make for really, really great old photographs. Here's one. It looks like a tintype, but it is not. But it is a dark colored photograph that's going dark. And then these beautiful snapshots. And then on this side, I forgot what that is. It's some sort of a landscape photo, a larger one. So that's kind of a neat one. The next page has some children. Children are another really collectible type of old photographs, but I wasn't able to discern who the families are in this, so I couldn't trace any of them back. I love when I can go onto Ancestry.com and add some of these photographs to people's lineage and that kind of thing. I just love that because these are real people, real families, and in some cases, they've just been lost to the family. Some cases, the family line has ended. And at any rate, I find it a little bit sad, but I love to rescue these old photographs. And then at the back of the book, there's several pages you can see that are still just the black paper where they didn't put any photographs in. The last one fell out, and it's this one. I love this old log house with the dog and the family, the little girls in front. That's a really great one, and it's a little bit larger photograph. So that's a really, really nice one that's loose in the book. So the photo album, it'll be available on the skunkyjunk.com website. What else do we have? There's a lot of items, you guys. I love this old stuff. I truly, truly do. So, let's see, I went too far. Let's go with a camera. This is a Brownie, an old Brownie camera. It's in a leather case. You can see that there's some wear on the front, so where some of the words have worn and that kind of thing. It's got, I believe, the original cord. The cord is loose on one side, so I just tucked that inside of there. This makes a great display. You can see that I love a little bit of photography. I'm the most amateur of amateur photographers, but I do love photography. So I, in fact, have a display of old cameras that I've collected. This is part of my collection, but I'm willing to part with this one. So you can see, just even a really fun display. You wouldn't have to put them in every shelf like I have, but a little display of old cameras, along with some of your old photographs, can make for a really, really nice display. So this fun old camera is available in this sale as well. Let's see, what have we got? An 8x10 black and white photo. Where did I set that? Right here. So this is a large 8x10. It's on interesting paper. I described it on the website as like linen sort of, but that may not be right. Somewhat textured, feels kind of papery. It's nice. But it's this really cool picture of, it's black and white, old picture of boats. So there's the little group of men, young men, in that little boat there, heading out from the dock, and then there's other really cool little boats on the dock and in the marina and in the bay there. And just a really, really nice little picture there. So that's an 8x10 black and white. I love that. Great display piece. There's an old photography book from 1970 that's available as well. This book is one that's been used in photography classes, but also, I mean, it's made by Time Life, so it's just a nice coffee table type book. It's all black and white. Well, no, I guess that's not. I take that back. There's some color in there. It's mostly black and white, and it teaches about photography and that kind of thing. It has some really, really fun, great old pictures in it, and it's a hardcover, nice book in fairly good shape, and that's available on the website. All right, what else have we got? Let's talk about this. Ooh, this is a fun one. I just found this at a estate sale last weekend, and it's an old Kodak film tank. So I believe that people who are developing pictures, they would put the film in here, and that's how they would, I don't know. They did something with the tank and film. How about that? So it's got two cranks here that were used to crank things. You can see that it has a fair amount of wear. There was something that had been set, probably some chemicals or something, because this does not scrub off, and a little bit of wear to the writing. But I just love this piece. It's a really, really beautiful wooden box. You could use it to hold things if you want. I'll show you the inside. That's those cranks that turn those knobs inside. Anyway, you could use this to store things if you wanted to do that. You could use it as part of your display, or as I show on the website, it makes a great riser. So if you have a display such as what I have here of cameras and that kind of thing, a couple of cameras sitting on top of this lifts them up, and then you can put others in front. So it's a beautiful, beautiful old, wonderful piece of related to photography, and with the Kodak name on it, and a really fun piece to add to your collection. So I love that one. Let's see, I've got a little frame. I thought this would be really great to put one of your own photographs inside of. This is a glass frame. It's a beautiful old Art Deco look. You can see that it's glass, and then the black and the silver are painted on or put on the back side of it. So around the edges, you can see there's just a little bit of loss of color of that black. It's not chips to the glass, but it's It's where the black has come off of the back a little bit. It's got a stand on the back so that it stands up very nicely. It's in good shape overall. Beautiful, beautiful little black and white and silver Art Deco frame. I love that piece. That's a really, really great little piece. I found a few similar type things online, but not with quite as interesting and beautiful Art Deco looking silver display on them. So I really just am in love with that piece. There's, let's talk about some tintypes. So tintypes would have been the next thing after the ambrotypes came along. Then, and tintypes were a little bit less expensive to produce, not cheap, but less expensive. And so at fairs and that kind of thing, you could get your photograph done on a tintype. These are in plastic, so you're going to get a little bit of glare. But basically, it's a photograph that's on tin, on metal of some sort. I'm not sure that it's actually tin, but they're called tintypes. So I'll hold these back so you can see the size. This is a set of 2 of little children. That one's a baby, and that one's just a little bit older. Toddlerish. So on the back, this one's kind of cool because it does have a stamp on the back, and these are both nicely encased in their paper folders. A lot of them have been removed from their folders over the years or are loose from their folders. These are both still intact. It's a little bit of discoloration that was caused by the metal through the paper. That one was from Illinois. This one's unmarked. These are a marriage. These were not necessarily sisters. I put these 2 together just because I think that they are a nice set. If you are beginning a collection of photographs and you need some tintypes, these are some really fun ones to get you started. I have another set of tintypes. This is, again, a set of 2. This is a man and woman. And in this case, these 2 came from the same place, so I do think these are related. They could be man and wife. They could be brother and sister. I don't know the details, but they did come from the same place. These are what I call penny tintypes, so they're very small. Hold them back and you can see. So the picture, the photograph itself is, again, on metal. Sorry for the glare. That's the lady, that's the man, and but the photograph is very small. On the back, you can see the full shape of the metal because it discolors through the paper that was attached therewith. And both of these are embossed. They have some discoloration, as you can see on the paper. These are old, but beautiful, beautiful. Photographs that are in really, really good, clear shape. These are, except for maybe a gravestone somewhere, this is very likely the only remaining evidence of the lives of these 2 beautiful people. It's probably the only photograph that they either ever took or that has survived to today. So I love that set of penny tintypes of a man and a woman. Here's another really cool one. Perhaps you are a collector of real photo postcards, RPCs, and that's what these are. I'm gonna start with the one that I'm just not quite as sure about. This one might not be an RPC. It may just be a postcard, and I wonder because it has writing on the top that says Waiting Lake Bemidji, Bemidji, Minnesota. So this may not have been somebody's own photo postcard. I may be incorrect on that one. These 2, however, are definitely somebody's own photographs that were put onto a postcard and in this case, mailed out. This one was mailed in 1907 with writing and the original stamp. This one was not mailed. It was a beautiful postcard of this baby in 1915. Her name's Virginia Halap. right there. That's her name. She has a really weird name, but that's it. And then this one that may or may not be an RPC, it does have the original stamp and writing on the back. I love when there's writing on them. They're just so interesting. This one was 1908, and it was mailed to Seattle, Washington. How about that? So anyway, 3 RPCs, at least 2 RPCs, and one and a third that may or may not be an RPC, but at least is a really cool, very cute, old black and white postcard. Okay, let's see here. Where are we at? Old photo of farmhouse. That's where we're at. Let's look at that. This is, I don't know. I think that in the right hands of the right person, this is such a cool piece. And so don't laugh if you think, oh, that's really dumb and trashy. Just understand that maybe it'll be interesting for somebody else. It is an old farmhouse. As you can see there, I'm zooming in as close as I can. And it's a fairly large size old black and white photograph on cardboard, a mat. It has been folded down the center. I'll show you the back so you can see that better. And it just has a lot of age and wear to it. You can see that all around the place. But in the right setting, I think this is a neutral enough photograph, and has that beautiful age and patina on it where it could just be really, really cool in your farmhouse decor. So it's this 8x10 photograph. Well, the mat is about 8x10. And it's of an old farmhouse. It is in rough shape. And that's exactly what I love about it. So that's for sale on the skunkyjunk.com website. We're going to move on now to wood cover old photo album. Oh my goodness. This is a treasure. This is a treasure. You cannot believe what good shape this is in. What does that say? Oh, album. I believe it's wood. I said wood, but now I'm thinking maybe it's leather. I don't know. Anyway, it's a hardcover, embossed. You can see the embossing there. It's raised. Photo album. Has the 2 clasps, which do clasp and work just fine. So we're going to unclasp those. And inside, you're going to see all of the cabinet cards. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. It comes with this little handwritten note that has just a little bit of explanation about the family. But these are just some beautiful, beautiful old photographs. It does have some discoloration of the paper. The pictures are mostly in really good shape. And it does not have, at least to my nose, does not have a bad smell to it. It looks like it might, but it really does not. It's in great shape other than the fact that it has that bit of discoloration here and there. So I'm going to go all the way through. If you're going to skip ahead because you're not interested, go for it. But look at these really cool old pictures. It's just chock full of them. And I absolutely am in love with this piece. This is a piece that almost I feel like should have gone to an auction, because I could have got probably a ton more money for this piece if I auctioned it. Look at the beautiful old dress there. I love the babies and the little kids. Just so cute. I didn't notice in going through this any postmortems, but some beautiful photographs nonetheless. Here's some extra papers that were added inside in remembrance of somebody that passed away in here. But that's not loose pages of the book. It's extra pages that somebody just slipped in there. Beautiful pictures there. Get that little brother and sister. I love that. Look at this one, the little baby. Oh, just love that. This one's a little faded. There you go. This little kid's pretty dapper. I see an empty one here, so you can see the back of the one on the other side. There's 2 empty ones here as well. Look at that little old lady. She almost looks a little scary next to the kid. And then the back page is empty. So there's just a little bit of mildew and that kind of thing it's been there for years and years, you can tell. And I don't smell it, but anyway, do know that that's there. But overall, this thing is in beautiful, beautiful shape. So that's a really cool one that I'm just super proud of. That's going to be for sale on the skunkyjunk.com website. Let's set that up there. And what else have we got to show you? I just want to try and stay in order so I don't miss anything. So I apologize for referring to my screen over here. Got a movie camera. This is an old Kodak, very old movie camera. It's called, it's a Brownie, so it's part of the Brownie series. You guys, I would assume for all the cameras, anything like that I'm selling here, that they do not work. I don't know. I've never had the ability to try, but I would use them as display pieces. So that's a really fun one. If you have like a movie room or that kind of thing, and like to show vintage things in your home, this could be a really, really great display piece in a movie room. All right, next we've got a mug. This is kind of cool. It's a Kodak mug, so it says Kodak. See that? Kodak on both sides. It's acrylic. It's not glass. It's like a plastic acrylic. And that's all I can tell you about that. It was made in the USA, and it says Kodak on it. So there you go. Use it for display. Throw all your pens and pencils in it. You do you, and use it how you'd like to use it. Here's a fun one. This is some photographic paper. Again, could be used as a nice little riser in a display, or just a display piece if you like to include some ephemera in your displays. It has some marking and that kind of thing from age on it. But inside of the little cute box, it is in fact filled with photo paper. So I have no idea if that stuff's usable. I would assume that with age it is not, but it's in there. So it's all chock full of whatever that is. And here's what it is. If you want to pause and read what that says, that'll tell you what's inside this box. Anyway, I love it just as a little display piece, and I like that piece. All right, we've got some flash bulbs. Again, great for display. I pulled these straight off my display here on the shelves, made them available to you. This one's a big one, and then this one's a small one. But these are Sylvania flash bulbs. It is, in fact, full of bulbs. I do not know if they work. They may have been used, they may have not. I have no idea. And then this is the cube type. These do not appear to have been used, because I think that when they are used, they turn kind of black. But anyway, these were purchased for 29 cents at some point in time. These old flash bulbs, I remember my mom having a camera that you would click these up on top of, and there was your flash for your when you took your picture. And so of course you had 4 opportunities to take a picture. And then once they were used up, you threw them away because they were not reusable. They were like a single-use flash. Same with these. So that's what those are. A big thing of flash bulbs and a small thing. Flash bulbs and flash cubes. So there you go. That's a really fun old piece as well. All right. I got to catch up with where we are here. We are on... That's interesting. I think I put a couple pieces on twice, so I need to make sure I update that. This is some pieces of ephemera, and it comes actually with an extra flash bulb. This didn't come out of that box. It's a different flash bulb, but they're really cool. If you look at them inside there, it looks like almost like hair, the tiny, tiny little filaments. And of course, the electricity hit those, and that's where you got your big flash. So anyway, just a fun little piece there. And then it comes with these 2 pieces of ephemera. This one about the flash, which is why I included the flash bulb, because it looks just like the ones in this piece of ephemera. It's been folded down the center at some point in time, but it's a really fun piece. Vintage cameras pictured on it. It shows you how to use your flash bulbs. And then the second piece is this, copyright 1947. It's about how to color your photographs. So it's a really, really fun piece about the paints that you use to hand tint your photos. So that's the little ephemera lot. Let's see, we've got this. This is just a fun little piece. This is not as old. This is 1997, but the photos in it, or the photos that were utilized for this, are old, by Thomas Edison. So this is called a kinetoscope. It's the record of a sneeze. The way this works is it's like a flip book. So you flip through it with your thumb carefully. I'm trying to do it without bending it way up and ruining it, but it shows you basically a man taking a sneeze. So that's what that piece is. Again, 1997 is the year that this was made, and it's like a modern remake of this really old, cool photo thing. So here's a piece. This really is not a photograph, but I thought that this was fun. Pre-photographs, one of the ways that the people back in those days would document the face of people that they loved was to use silhouettes. So this one is just a fun kind of caricature of a lady in a bonnet. And then you can see that it's black cut out, and then behind it is like a wood veneer. It's just very thin wood veneer that shows through. So I love that little piece. It's just a nice little fun display piece. I'm making it's a little bit of a stretch to add this to a photo sale, but for me it was just kind of fun. Pre-photo, this would be the way that you could memorialize the people that you loved. And there's one more piece that I wanted to show you today. It's this one here. This is just a single cabinet card. It has writing on the back, but no stamp. But I just love this guy's nose. So this one's called the Nose. And this guy, he just has, I don't know, just a very fun nose. So I thought that was a great little cabinet card. And that is for sale. So if you're interested in any of these items, I really, really appreciate you watching the video all the way through to this point. I know these videos have been a little bit long, and I appreciate you sticking around with me and having fun with me tonight or this morning or whatever time of day it is when you happen to be watching this. But at any rate, if you are interested in any of these items, please slip on over to the skunkyjunk.com website, and that's where our shop is, and you can purchase all of these items. They're available there. There's additional photographs of all of these items, and in some cases you can see where we have shown how you could display them or how to use them in a display and that kind of thing. There's still some items available from our first sale, our fun fall sale. So that stuff's still available on the site as well. If you want to look at that stuff there, please feel free. And then we look forward to hearing from you in the comments below and seeing you on the other side. Thanks so much for all of your attention, and we appreciate everything that you do for us.
Okay,